Hi, welcome back to Magnesia with me, Miss Vidari. Well, how are you doing today, guys? Are you in a good condition? Hopefully all of you are in a good condition today. So as usual, before we talk about our topic today, let's first review about our previous topic. So yesterday we have discussed about describing things. Can you say it with me? Describing things. Okay, describing things in Indonesian means mendeskripsikan suatu benda. Okay, how do we ask someone to describe something for us? Gimana caranya kita meminta seseorang untuk mendeskripsikan sesuatu untuk kita? Well, you can say, what does the new house look like? What does the new house look like? Can you say it with me? What does the new house look like? Bagaimana kelihatannya atau penampilan dari rumah barunya? Next, the second one we have, what can you tell me about the new house? Let's say it together. What can you tell me about the new house? Apa yang bisa kamu deskripsikan tentang rumah barunya? Next, we have, what is the new house like? What is the new house like? Let's say it together. What is the new house like? Gimana sih kelihatannya rumah baru itu? And next, the last, kalian bisa minta dengan bentuk statement, bukan dalam bentuk pertanyaan. You can say, tell me about the new house. Tell me about the new house. Let's say it together. Tell me about the new house. Beritahu aku tentang rumah barunya. Next, how do you reply to that question? Gimana caranya kalian menjawab atau merespon pertanyaan atau perintah tersebut? Well, you can start by saying, it is blah blah blah. It is. Let's say it with me. It is. Okay, so setelah kata it is, ini biasanya diikuti dengan kata sifat yang bisa mendeskripsikan benda tersebut. You can describe the shape of the thing, the size of the thing, and also the material and the dimension. Jadi kalian bisa mendeskripsikan bentuk dari bendanya, the shape, by using rectangular or rectangle, yang berarti persegi panjang. Let's say it with me. Rectangle or rectangular. Next, you can, if the thing is kotak, kalau bendanya kotak, you can say square. Square. Next, we have oval. Oval. Oval digunakan untuk mendeskripsikan benda yang bentuknya seperti telur. Next, we have round. Round. Let's say it with me. Round. Round digunakan untuk mendeskripsikan benda yang bulat. Next, we have cylinder. Cylinder. Cylinder digunakan untuk mendeskripsikan benda yang bentuknya silinder atau seperti toples. And next, kalau bendanya datar, you can say flat. Flat. This table is flat. Next, we have the size. Okay, if you want to describe the size, you can use some of this vocabulary. The first one, you can say big or large. Big or large, yang berarti besar. Next, we have small. Small, untuk mendeskripsikan benda yang kecil. The next one, we have medium. Medium. Let's say it with me. Medium, kalau ukurannya sedang, nggak besar, nggak kecil. Next, kalau ukurannya kecil banget, you can say tiny. Tiny. It is tiny. Next, kalau bendanya besar banget, you can say huge. Huge. It is huge. Next, you can describe the material. Selanjutnya kalian bisa deskripsikan bahannya. First, we have wood. Wood. Let's say it with me. Wood. Yang digunakan untuk mendeskripsikan benda yang terbuat dari kayu. Next, we have glass. Glass. Glass digunakan untuk benda yang terbuat dari kaca. Next, we have concrete. Concrete. Let's say it. Concrete. Next, we have metal. Metal. Let's say it. Metal. Next one, we have Letter. Letter. Let's say it together. Letter. Next one we have cotton. 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 Next we have plastic. Plastic. Kalau bendanya terbuat dari plastik. Next you can also tell the dimension. Dimension itu seperti tingginya, kedalamannya, dan juga lebarnya. Well, kalian bisa sebutkan jumlah atau ukuran spesifiknya, kemudian diikuti kata tall atau high dengan bilang 10 cm tall, 10 cm tall, or 10 cm high, 10 cm high. Next, kalau kalian mau nyebutin luasnya, bisa menambahkan kata wide setelah jumlahnya. For example, 20 cm wide, 20 cm wide. Luasnya 20 cm. Next, untuk kedalaman, kalian tambahkan kata deep. For example, 2 meters deep, 2 meters deep. Okay, so that is what you can say or what vocabulary that you can use to describe a thing. Jadi itu beberapa kata yang bisa kalian gunakan untuk mendeskripsikan suatu benda. Don't forget to start it with it is. Jangan lupa dimulai dulu dengan kata it is, baru deskripsinya. So that is how you describe things. That is the review about our last topic. Jadi itu aja mengenai describing things dan juga reviewnya. If you forget, you can just re-click the link that we used for the live on the last meeting. Jadi kalau kalian lupa, kalian bisa klik aja link yang kita gunakan untuk live kemarin. And then you can relearn again about describing things. Dan kalian bisa belajar lagi mengenai describing things. Now, as you can see from the title, seperti yang sudah bisa kalian baca dari judul kita hari ini, today we're not gonna discuss about describing things anymore, but we're gonna discuss about season and weather. Okay, let me erase this first. Season and weather. Season in Indonesian means musim. Sedangkan weather in Indonesian means cuaca. Let's say it with me. Season, season, weather, weather. Season is musim, weather is cuaca. Now let's take a look to some of the weather that we have in this world. Jadi mari kita perhatikan beberapa cuaca yang kita punya, yang umum kita gunakan untuk mendeskripsikan cuaca di dunia ini. So the first we have sunny. Let's say it. Sunny. Sunny. Okay, sunny berasal dari kata sun yang berarti matahari. So sunny berarti cerah, tidak ada awan. Jadi hanya matahari aja yang ada di langit. As you can see from the picture, seperti yang bisa kalian perhatikan atau lihat dari gambar yang ada di layar kalian, that is the picture of sunny. Next, we have snowy. Snowy. Let's say it with me. Snowy. Snowy berasal dari kata snow. Jadi kata snowy ini berasal dari kata snow yang berarti salju. Snowy berarti bersalju. Snowy. Next, we have windy. Windy. Let's say it with me. Windy. Windy berasal dari kata wind yang berarti angin. Windy, berangin. Next, we have wet. Wet. Let's say it. Wet. Wet itu adalah cuaca di mana setelah turunnya hujan. So, basah. Wet. Next, we have warm. Warm. Let's say it with me. Warm. Warm itu berarti cuacanya hangat, tidak panas. Next, we have foggy. Foggy. Let's say it with me. Foggy. Foggy berasal dari kata fog yang berarti kabut. Foggy artinya berkabut. Next, kita punya hot. Hot. Let's say it with me. Hot. Hot itu adalah panas. Jadi, tingkat suhu atau temperaturnya di atas rata-rata. Jadi panas banget, kalian sampai berkeringat. That is hot. Jadi beda ya sama warm. Okay, so that are some weather that we have. Jadi itu beberapa cuaca yang kita punya. Now let's take a look to seasons. Sekarang mari kita perhatikan tentang season. Well, season itu adalah musim. Tiap belahan dunia musimnya beda-beda. So, the first, let's talk about the season that we have in Indonesia. Pertama, mari kita omongin musim kita di Indonesia. So, Indonesia. Indonesia has only 2 seasons. Jadi, negara kita, Indonesia, cuma terdiri dari 2 musim. The first one is kemarau. And the second one is musim hujan. Okay, musim kemarau in English is dry season. Dry season. Let's say it with me. Dry season. Once again, dry season. Oke, jadi karena kemarau itu sangat kering, bisa menyebabkan kekeringan juga, makanya dia lebih ke dry season, bukan summer. Next, untuk musim hujan. Hujan bahasa Inggrisnya adalah rain. So, musim hujan in English is rainy season. Let's say it with me. Rainy season. Okay, so usually in Indonesia kita bakal dapat musim hujan dari bulan Oktober sampai bulan Maret. So rainy season usually happen in October to March. Meanwhile, musim kemarau or dry season happens around April until September. Let's say it. Dry season is from April to September, and then rainy season is from October to March. In dry season cuacanya biasanya panas, hot. Meanwhile, in rainy season, it's rainy or wet. Okay, so that is the season that we have in Indonesia. Next, let's talk about the season that we have in other part of this world. Let's say in England. So in England, we have 4 seasons. Jadi di Inggris kita punya 4 musim yang berbeda. We have musim semi, musim panas, musim dingin, dan juga musim gugur. Musim semi, we call it as spring. Let's say it with me. Spring. One more time. Spring. Okay, usually in spring, the weather is really fresh. Jadi biasanya ketika spring, itu cuacanya sangat fresh, sangat segar. And it's also usually warm. Biasanya juga warm, hangat, bukan panas. Next, here we have musim panas. In English, we call it summer. Summer. Let's say it with me. Summer. Summer, the weather is usually very hot. Biasanya ketika musim panas, cuacanya akan sangat panas. Next, we have musim gugur. Musim gugur is called autumn or fall. Okay, let's say it with me. Autumn or fall. Oke, ketika musim gugur, daun-daun berjatuhan, berguguran. Daun-daunnya berubah coklat, terus jatuh. That's why we call it fall. Maka dari itu kadang-kadang kita bisa menyebut musim gugur sebagai fall or autumn. Okay, the weather in autumn is usually very windy. Biasanya di musim gugur ini cuacanya berangin. And lastly, but not least, we have musim dingin or winter. Winter. Let's say it. Winter. Okay, di musim dingin, it's usually very cold. And there's snow. Dan biasanya juga ada salju. Okay, so those are 4 seasons that we have in England. For musim spring, for the spring, it's usually happen from March to May. Biasanya terjadi antara bulan Maret sampai bulan Mei. And then for summer, it usually happen from June to August. From June to August. And then next, for autumn, it usually happen from September to November. And for winter, it usually happen from December to February. Okay, so those are some seasons that we have in England. Now let's take a look on how do we ask about the weather and the season in English. Gimana caranya nanyain tentang cuaca ataupun musim dalam bahasa Inggris. So here, the first one, let's talk about how to talk about weather. Gimana caranya membicarakan tentang cuaca. So, you can see it on your screen. Bisa kalian perhatikan di layar. You can say, how is the weather? How is the weather? Let's say it with me. How is the weather? Gimana cuacanya? You can reply by saying, it's a lovely day. It's a lovely day. Let's say it. It's a lovely day. Ini cuaca yang lovely, yang indah. Next, we have, it's turned out nice again. It turns out nice again. Let's say it together. It turns out nice again. Cuacanya bagus lagi. So di sini kalian bisa menggunakan kata ini untuk merespon ketika cuaca sebelumnya juga bagus. Next, you can say terrible weather, isn't it? Terrible weather, isn't it? Let's say it with me. Terrible weather, isn't it? Cuacanya buruk ya. Next, you can say, I hear it'll clear up later. I hear it'll clear up later. Let's say it together. I hear it'll clear up later. Aku dengar katanya nanti bakal clear up atau cerah. Next, you can say, it's looking out nice today. It's looking out nice today. Let's say it with me. It's looking out nice today. Hari ini tampaknya cuacanya bagus. It's looking out nice today. Next, you can say, it's fair weather. It's fair weather. Let's say it together. It's fair weather. Oke, jadi ini bisa kalian gunakan untuk merespon apabila cuacanya cerah. So, kata fair itu adalah kata lain dari cerah. Next, kalau cuacanya berawan, you can say, it's cloudy. It's cloudy. Let's say it with me. It's cloudy. Cloudy berasal dari kata cloud yang berarti awan. So, cloudy artinya berawan. Next, you can say it's sunny. It's sunny. Ketika cuacanya cerah, it's sunny. Next, kalau cuacanya panas, you can say, it is hot. It is hot. Or, it's hot. It's hot. Next, kalau cuacanya dingin, well, you can say, it's cold. It's cold. Next, Apabila cuacanya berangin, you can say it's windy. It's windy. It's windy. Next, cuacanya bersalju. You can say it's snowing. It's snowing. Or it's snowy. It's snowy. Next, you can say it is foggy. It is foggy. Foggy means berkabut. Okay, so that is some ways to reply to the question, how is the weather? Jadi itu beberapa cara untuk merespon ke pertanyaan gimana cuaca hari ini. Next, let's talk about how do we ask for the season. Sekarang mari kita masuk ke cara menanyakan musimnya. Well, you can say, what season is it? What season it is? Let's say it with me. What season it is? One more time. What season it is? Musim apa ini? So, caranya sama. Kalian tinggal tambahkan it is di depannya, kemudian nama musimnya. Misalnya, sekarang musim kemarau. Kemarau tadi adalah dry season. So you can say, it is a dry season. It is a dry season. Or, it's dry season. It's dry season. Next, kalau sekarang lagi musim hujan. Well, musim hujan adalah rainy season. So you can say, it's rainy season. It's rainy season. Next, sekarang musim panas. It's summer. It's summer. Kemudian musim gugur. It's autumn. It's autumn. Musim semi. It's spring. It's spring. Next, we have musim salju atau musim dingin. It's winter. It's winter. It's winter. So that is some ways to reply to the question, what season it is. Now, let's take a look to the example of dialogue. Sekarang mari kita perhatikan contoh percakapannya. So here we have Budi and Dad talking about the weather and season. You can see it on your screen. Let's try to read it together. So we have, did the sun shine yesterday? Did the sun shine yesterday? Let's say it with me. Did the sun shine yesterday? Apakah kemarin ada matahari? Apakah kemarin cerah? Next, Dadnya reply, bilang, yes, the sun shine all day. All day. Yes, the sun shine all day. Ya, mataharinya bersinar sepanjang hari. Next, Budi bilang, did you hear the forecast for tomorrow? Did you hear the forecast for tomorrow? Apakah kamu mendengar mengenai weather forecast? Itu ramalan cuaca tentang cuaca besok. Did you hear the forecast for tomorrow, Dad? Apakah kamu mendengar ramalan untuk besok, Ayah? And then bapaknya reply, yes, it's going to be warm tomorrow. Yes, it's going to be warm tomorrow. Let's say it with me. Yes, it's going to be warm tomorrow. Ya, besok cuacanya akan hangat. Okay, so that is the example conversation that we have for this chapter. So today we have discussed about season and weather. Jadi hari ini kita sudah membahas secara tuntas mengenai season dan juga weather. Season means musim, weather means cuaca. Now, can you tell me how is the weather today? Gimana tadi cuaca hari ini? Well, if you guys have any question, kalau kalian ada pertanyaan, you can take a note and then don't forget to ask it when you have offline class. Kalau kalian ada pertanyaan, kalian bisa catat dan jangan lupa ditanyakan ketika kalian punya kelas offline nanti. So that's all for our meeting today. Sampai sini aja pertemuan kita untuk hari ini. If you guys have... Okay, so that's all from me. Thank you so much for joining this class. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Bye!